Alright, what up YouTube? Mr. XC here, bringing you a triple reaction for tonight on the 28th. We've got Oh My Girl Real Love, and then we've got Major's Salute and Major's Giddy Up that we will be getting to tonight. I will be starting off with Oh My Girl and Real Love. Now, before we get into Oh My Girl, I'm going to talk briefly about the recent releases that have come out in the K-pop world that I don't have reactions for, nor will there be. Um, so first one to talk about would probably be, well, let's talk XG. So XG, formerly SGALX, which is the cross between XG and Avex Entertainment. So because this channel is still relatively new, and the way Japan is with copyright and blocks and stuff, I don't really want to risk it. So for at least a little while, there won't be any Japanese releases uploaded to this channel that I react to. I'll talk about them, and I'll put my thoughts about them, like maybe in community posts that I might start doing. But they will not be on the channel as me actually reacting to them. But I watched all the XG pre-debut stuff. Biases are Jurin, bias race. I don't actually have biases yet, but the bias race is between Jurin, Chisa, and Hinata. Those are the three major contenders for bias in XG. Um, but I will say, uh, they absolutely destroyed in their release, Tippy Toes. Now I know the song is kind of very monotone in a way. Like the beat didn't really change much. It stayed very stagnant the whole time, but it was kind of a nice breath of fresh air. It wasn't really I like that it was kind of minimalist to be honest. I actually quite enjoyed that. Um yeah, it was probably one of the most unique debuts that have happened in recent memory. Um, I mean, now I know like it's Japan and it's a little bit different, but it's just XG as a group, man. They just don't fit like. I mean, J-pop, yeah, okay, they fit, but not like the J-pop like idol kind of atmosphere, like AKB48 kind of like. They're something different, man. They perform and they dance and they destroy like a friggin' dance crew. I swear to God. Um, but no, I quite enjoyed their debut, and like I said, I watched their pre-debut performances they put out, and yeah. So Jurin, Chisa, and Hanada for sure are like the three contenders for bias in that group right now. And I look forward to their future releases because I know they are going to be insane. Okay, so that's XG out of the way. Let's now talk like Red Velvet's releases. So their um, Feel My Rhythm Korean release. I love how experimental SM gets. I absolutely love it. Feel My Rhythm is so experimental, but it kind of works. It's weird, but it works. I mean, they all sounded great. They looked amazing in it. It's just, I mean, it's Red Velvet, bro. Like that's how it is. In case anyone didn't know, I am a huge Red Velvet stan. I do love the group. I collect their physical albums, but I don't really collect their photo cards. Just kind of whoever I pull, I hold on to, or I trade them off for groups that I actually do collect. But I've been with Red Velvet since their debut. Um, And Feel My Rhythm was a really good release. I didn't react to it just because I don't know, I kind of, even though my channel's not that big and it's not really that heavily visited much, I want to use it to kind of promote more so like my top favorite groups like alts and stuff, but then also like underrated groups kind of thing is where my aim is. Nonetheless, I may throw like a Red Velvet reaction up here and there, every once in a while. We'll see how that goes. And that's just entirely based on what I plan to do and what I feel like doing in the future with releases like that. But yeah, so Feel My Rhythm song is so weird. It's so weird. It's so SM weird, but I love it. Um, yeah, it was a great song, great Korean release for them, and it's very, very Red Velvet, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, very Red Velvet. It's just yeah, I love it. It was great. It's just it did take me like a little bit to process exactly what happened in that song because it was so wildly experimental, but it still was so good. And then after I like processed it a bit, um, yeah, it's a bop. It is a bop. But I mean, it's Red Velvet. They usually don't really miss. And I love how they used like the whole like ballet kind of influence for the music video storytelling kind of. I love that. Um, Now let's talk their Japanese release that they released as well called Wild Side. That song, pun intended, is wild, bro. Joy was out for blood, Solgi out for blood, Wendy just destroying. Irene and Yuri, I mean, honestly, all of them just destroyed that entire song, and that song is freaking amazing. Like, first listen, loved it, added it to the playlist right away. Oh, such an amazing song. And yeah, it's wild. It's definitely wild. But they all looked so good in it. They sounded amazing in it. The melodies they chose in that song are just so good. That song was definitely for sure top for me. Um, in terms of Japanese release for them. Um, I mean, I know all of their Japanese releases, and I will say, out of all of them, Wild Side is like probably my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, so that's the brief touch up on Red Velvet. Next, I want to talk Idol. Now, Idol, Tomboy. I will say the kind of wording in the lyrics for Minnie's rap that she started off the song with are kind of a little weird. It was just weird. Um, and now with Idol, like to be straight up, Latata, great. Han, great. But like, I mean, um, O was all right. Um, but like the most recent songs of that the Idols released, and the reason why I didn't really react to Tomboy is because a good number of Idol's recent releases before Tomboy, I honestly didn't like. I wasn't really a fan of. Um, I didn't vibe with them. I didn't enjoy the songs that I listened to them. And I'm just being straight up. Like on this channel, I'm 100%. Like I'm straight up honest. I always am. And that's not gonna change. And I just straight up just wasn't a fan of a good number of Idol's releases after. I'd say like after O kind of. No, before that. Definitely before O. Yeah, I kind of I just I didn't vibe with him. But Tomboy, other than the lyrics and Minnie's rap being a little weird. um, Translation error maybe, I don't know, but just they kind of were a little weird when you read them. Um, Again, being honest, but like the rap itself was good. It's just the lyrics were kind of odd. Um, but the overall message of Tomboy by Idol, I freaking love it. Like I absolutely love it, and I love how Soyeon is like, I don't give a shit anymore. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing me, and this is what we're gonna do from now on. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I love how she's just taking like 100% full control over it and just saying like, this is what I'm doing and this is what we're doing. And I love that they actually put like cussing in the song. Like I mean, obviously it wasn't in the release they showed with the music video because you know it's not, it's just that's not what they do in Korea. But I believe the version on the album is the explicit version. And I love that there was lyrics like that. I absolutely love it. But like I said, the overall message of that song, friggin' loved it. It was awesome song and definitely put me back onto them because I was off of them for so long, like I mentioned. But no, that was a great song. Great song. Loved the message. It was friggin' awesome. They sounded great. They looked phenomenal. Shua killed me. Bias and Idol is Yuki. Um, but Shua like killed me for sure. But yeah, so that's the my thoughts on Idol there. With Tomboy. Um, Finally, what I want to touch on in this video is NCT. None of any of the subunits. I don't listen to NCT. I mean, you guys know I'm not really a big boy group fan, anyways. Like, I'm not a boy group stan in any way. Like, there's very few groups that I actually stand, follow, and enjoy listening to, and will seek out and listen to regularly. But NCT, man, ever since they debuted, never, man. I've never vibed with them. I've never really gone into them, and I probably won't. Like I'll be straight up. I probably will never be. It's just they're not a group that I will seek out and listen to. Like I mean, I'll listen to their songs here and there, but I won't react to them. You'll never see reactions for them on this channel. That's just how it is, straight up. You'll never see it. Same with Twice. I'm not really a big fan of Twice. You'll never see reactions for them on this channel either. Um, but that's not to say like I hate Twice. I don't hate Twice. It's just their songs I've never vibed with them in any way really. Um Now a couple of their songs I actually quite enjoy, but a majority of them more often than not I'm not really in it. And like NCT, just from the start, I've never really been 23 members or so. I think it's more now. It's just too much. It's way too overwhelming, and I'm not a fan of their music. From what I've heard, I'm not. Um, but yeah, so that's the brief catch up I wanted to do at the beginning of this video. So this video will be long. But I just wanted to touch on a few things that there might be questions for in my comments and or recommendations that I want to address that I've seen a majority of it. I've listened to a majority of it. I wanted to give you my brief thoughts on them. But yeah, with that being said, I've said enough on that. I'm gonna get into Oh My Girl with Real Love. I'm really excited for this. Oh My Girl is one of my favorite female groups in K-pop. They really took that spot when I unqueened them, and then Yua drove it home on Running Girls. Um, but yeah, so I'm kind of really excited for this. I believe it's their second full album, right? Yeah, it's their second full album, and yeah, I'm excited for this. So I'm gonna pull it up. I'm not even gonna waste any more time, and we're gonna get into reaction. I'll watch through it once without any subtitles or anything, and then I'll watch through it again with the subtitles. So yeah, bear with. All right, so we've got it up. I'm going to give it a like because bias things. And we'll go full screen and let's see what the girls have to offer us. I am excited. Make sure we've got highest quality that my recording software will let me with my internet right now. And let's get into it. Starting off a heel drum. Okay. Whoa. Ooh. What is this sound, bro? Oh, Arin looks amazing. Oh, Yua, hello. Oh, girl, what is that dress? And Yubin now, not Benny anymore, Yubin. Mimi, hello? Okay, so just visual attack after visual attack, I guess, starting with like Yua, then to Yubin, and now Mimi, which Mimi looks amazing, by the way. Like, oh my god. And I don't usually do this, but wow, okay, let's go. Yeah, he looks so good. Oh my god. Bias line in Oh My Girl is Mimi, Jiho, and Sunny, by the way. Speaking of, ooh, Yua sounds great. Who am I kidding, bro? They all sound great. Whoa, hello. Jesus, what is... Mimi's killing me, bro. So is Yubin. Holy shit. Gio just looks beautiful as always, like, honestly. So is Arin. Straight up, great pause. One of the brightest smiles in the world. Like, you see her smiling and you just can't help but feel happy. It's Hyojung's, like, her smile is just so infectious, bro. Oh my god. Mimi, you need to stop. The horns. Oh, bro, the horns sound so good. These red outfits. Whoa. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're rewatching that, and I'm going to say a couple of things. Okay, first of all, this song, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are sick of like the retro 80s synth pop sound, and this is not that. It's like like summer vacay, but like vintage summer vacay. I mean, even like the way they're kind of dressing, especially like Mimi's outfits, and then like some of the red outfits are very and even like the way they do their makeup in some of them is like it's very vintage looking style. And yeah, like this song is definitely not like that 80s synth pop. Definitely not. It's definitely like a kind of a retro vintage sound, but it's not the synth pop. But regardless, that song is great. They look amazing. Those red outfits are, whew, they're dangerous. Um, they all look and sound so good though. Like they do. It's honestly. Like I said, Heel Drunk Smile just gets you. It just gets you, and that's how it is. Now, like I said, I am kind of triple biased. I mean, I collect my top three in Oh My Girl. I'm not really triple biased. I'm double biased, but Sunny's like a really, really strong like bias wrecker for me. My top two are definitely like it's Mimi and Gio are like my top two biases. But I don't think I've ever been this aggressively bias wrecked by Yubin ever. But there's just something about like her in this song that's really just like she is like presenting herself as Yubin now instead of Benny before. Like she is fully presenting herself as Yubin, and I am getting wrecked by that really hard. So now, second listen through, we've got the lyrics on, and let's go. It's definitely a very vintage feel for sure. Arin just looks, oh my god. Sounds and looks so good. And then, yeah, Mimi looks amazing this era. Like, oh my god. Well, that's an interesting voice mod in the back. Ooh, ooh. I got goosebumps from the way that line was delivered. Mimi needs to chill. So does Yua. Like, oh my god. Like, holy shit. Like I said, she is like pronouncing herself as Yubin now, and it's incredible. I love it. And yeah, Gio just absolutely stunning as always. And so are you. Magni needs to chill. Like, how can you not smile with her? Like, come on. Video needs to stop. Ooh, ooh, lower register, hello. Ooh. Ooh, hold on, no, hold on. The way you would deliver that line, oh my god. Ooh. Sounded so delicate. And then power vocals right after. Yeah, every single one of you in these outfits need to like stop. Like y'all need to chill. Just saying. Yeah, that's a good song. That's like I said, it's not like the 80s like the retro synth at all. It's definitely more of a vintage sound and it sounds great. And it's kind of still sticking to the path that they kind of went down in a way, like with their music change, but it's still kind of them but new. And like I said, it's not that retro synth pop at all. It's definitely they went for more of like a vintage sound and it's great. They yeah, they really did something with that song. That's really good. Now, I'm not going to get into it. I know the situation of a certain producer for some of the songs on this album, a majority of them, actually. And yeah, I'm not going to get into it. I know the situation, and it sucks. I wish Oh My Girl would have maybe have gone to a different producer, but I will say that song, the production was is a bop. As much as this certain producer is not the world's majority of K fans' favorite people in the world right now, you have to admit, man, he made a good bop. He makes good music, but it's just he really screwed up. Anyways, that's as much as I'm going to touch on that. The song is great. I love the vintage sound idea that they went with, and yeah, those red outfits, they need to. That's illegal. They should be illegal. Yeah. So with that, in this long ass video, I will be putting chapters in the description and timestamps so people, if they want the reaction, they can just go to the reaction. If they want to know the story of other releases that come out before then they'll be there as well. And yeah, with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one, which will be both of Major's releases, and I've got stuff to say about A&S Entertainment and Major's. I'll talk on that in the reaction for them. So I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.